Fixing the jump script. Okay, so James Ness had a fix for the jump script so it didn't crash when you moved everything for the banks. This is what we're going to refer as fix number 1 in our script. As explained in the video, what you're going to do is you're going to add your top and your height together to get this number. And then this number should be your left. Pretty sure that's your left. And you go here and you get your jump speed low and your jump speed high. Then down at the bottom you comment out the return to bank. The return to bank, you're going to keep commented out in all these fixes that we do. That's one of the constants that we're going to keep commented out. Okay, so in our jump script, we have it load into X, the player object, because the player object is going to be possibly another object. It'll make sure that this is the player object that we're using with our switch player from character selection. So here's fix 1. It says choose fix 1, fix 2, or fix 3. Only choose one of them. So the way I have this commented out, I will give you a copy of this script. Okay, so this is James Ness's fix. Fix 2. Fix 2 is by Synestist. Synestist. By Synestist. Alright. Fix number 2 is essentially using object jump speed high to player jump speed high. When you're using object jump speed low to player jump speed low, you'll see these change the object to player. So you could search out all the instances of object and replace them with that. If you use my script, I already have separated out. I like this one the best so far because this one takes in account everything for you and it doesn't leave any room for error in the, like, when you're doing math. Like, this makes you add these numbers. This is the number I think that was for the left. I think that one was for the right. Like, I don't know. I use those. That works for me. When I try to use these ones, they don't work. I have trouble with this third one, but anyway, the second one, this one works good for me. I don't know what this number is in here. That's just oops, sorry. That's just the number I had in there before, but it just works for me. You might need to mess with this number. Alright, so oops, sorry, I'll get that out. You have to go into your bank data for fix 2. He uses 1E synestist. We used 1A. So if you load up your bank data, hold on, let's save this really quick. Alright, so you go to your bank 1A, that's where you saved it. You're going to want to put this in here. Make sure you add this to your bank. That's the bank you put your inputs in. You're going to put this in there too. Alright, so the rest of fix 2 I also have takes the object type, player width, gets the temp, stores the temp, point collision table, and then it checks it to see if it's solid, checks it to see the normal stuff for if it's a jump through platform. We got the gamepad stuff on there. We got the ladder top check. And then here you got the object type for the player, jump speed low, object speed low, jump speed high, object speed high. For fix number 3, currently use number 2, but fix number 3 works as well. I'm having a little trouble with it for my character, but it should work for yours. All you do is uncomment the stuff here and comment out this stuff from fix 2. So what we're doing with fix 3 is you get the bounding box top plus the player height that stores in temp 2, the object x high x. No, what we're doing is we're adding in the left plus the player width. They get 0C from that. I got 0D. That ends up to being 13. So what you do is you take your players to get the one number, you get the top plus the height. I got 15. That translates to 0F. Or you could just use this. And then the other is left plus width. I get 13 there. That would be this, 0D. You get the object x high x. Then you load in your player bounding box left. The left right there is that. Store that into temp 3. Jump to subroutine, forget the collision table. Then your object y high x. The default he uses is 2. And then down here, you get the collision point, temp 3, temp 1, temp A, temp 3, this number, temp 1, I think is this number, and then they add it to this number, and then the temp. Anyway, sorry about that. And so then after all that, it gets all that information. It's checking the action step. I used to, but I probably should add this in there. That should be at the beginning, probably the script. Anyway, I don't like that, so I'm just gonna change that. We're just gonna keep that. Basically the exact same as this. Hold on. Alright, so I just put this at the beginning of the script to get the action step of the player 1 object, compare it to 7. If it's not equal to 7, then you're not hurt. To continue the script, if you are equal to 7, just return to sub routine. That just skips the whole script. You could also just do a jump to skip jumping. Either one works. Alright, I'm going to include this script. I'm also going to include my bank 1A. Your bank 1A is just basically missing this part. It should have everything else. It should have all this other stuff. For me, like I said, fix 2 works the best, so I have that uncommented. Fix 2 and fix 3 are currently commented out. You can use them if they work. Whichever one is the best for you is the one I recommend using. As I said, for me, this one works the best, so I'm going to use this one. Um, so okay, so you got fix 1, fix 2, and fix 3. And I added at the beginning of the script to double check your player's action step. Eventually, we're probably going to have to add that into other scripts anyway, because um, at the point we get to, we're going to have to do your death animation, hurt animation if you have more health for your character in this game. stuff like that. Your victory. So actually, we should be checking for your victory because currently that's what we have for my game. So if you look, victory is 6. So we're going to change that to 0.6. We don't have death right now. It's 0.7. So for now, I'm just going to make this 0.6. I'm going to call this victory. Jump if victory or death animation hurt. Some people use 6 for their hurt or 6 for their death animation. Now remember, this was added in especially to double check so when you switch objects, if you're this character or this character, it makes sure you're the right character too. And then it does all this stuff. Both my characters have the same bounding box, so none of this is different. If you have different bounding boxes for your different characters, you might have problems when you're doing these. Fix 2 should take into account all that stuff. This number, though, I have no clue what this number is from. All I know is it works. I forgot. I was messing around with the code yesterday and I don't remember what this is doing. I think it's taking your right side of your box, your bounding box, but I'm not sure. Um, anyway, this part is checking your gamepad. If you're pressing down and A, then you go through. You'll fall through your jump through platforms. So that when you're not pressing it, okay, so then it'll just continue with what the script will do. If you're not pressing it, first it checks that, and then it checks if you're pressing it when you're on that. If you're not pressing that, then it's going to go and check your ladder. This is all your ladder. Check if you're on top of a ladder, under a ladder kind of deal. All right, so this works for me. I'm going to include this, going to include the bank. Everything should work. Make sure you double check that you're including all the stuff from your bank in there, or at least this stuff. Save that into your bank 1A. And then you can change or keep whatever you need from your scripts in here. This is where your the tutorial is on the forum. That's where you're going to find everything you need. I hope this was helpful. The scripts are included, so it should help you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.